Hello, my Leos. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'd like to present your May 2020 ASMR tarot forecast. I have my smoky quartz today. I have my fluorite. Love all the beautiful bands of color in fluorite. It's such an amazing multi-dimensional crystal. And I do have, in case it is required, though it probably will not be, my tourmalated quartz pendulum. This month, I'm going to be doing a 12 houses spread. I kind of alternate between Celtic Cross and 12 houses because with the general readings, and especially if you watch your sun, moon, and rising signs, you're going to get a more complete picture. Otherwise, you're just going to have to get a private reading. I'm sorry. I can only do so much. So I bought this deck of tarot cards when I was traveling through New Orleans in the French Quarter at the Marie Laveau shop. The French Quarter is a really cool place. I miss it a lot. Maybe someday I'll get to go back there. Well, I definitely didn't take it for granted. But these cards are really cool. There's a lot of very diverse symbolism that they've managed to really pack into these cards. Everything from Kabbalah. They used cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, to incorporate several different cultures. So that's interesting. And the artwork is beautiful. I feel like the 12 houses spread kind of is a good one right now, whereas the Celtic Cross spread is very directed towards action. The 12 houses spread is directed towards the kind of action that we can take during this time. Maybe I'll figure out another good spread I could do. Although I really like to have something behind it. I don't like it to just be like, here's some cards I put on the table. could do like pentagram spreads, I guess. Or, but then what does it mean? What does it all mean? I'll either be lying awake at night, losing sleep until I think of something, or maybe it'll come to me in a dream. Certain answers the rational mind cannot hold. Alright, they feel ready. Let's see. I haven't cut the cards yet, but I'm going to do it this time. Alright. There we are. Now, in addition to that tarot deck, I also will be using Pixie's Astounding Lenormand, and this is a deck that was collaged together from the work of Pamela Coleman Smith, whom you may know from the Rider-Waite deck. So some of the images come from there, and some of them come from, I guess it was a story called The Golden Vanity. It's actually pretty well done. And I like these cards because they're small and they fit in my tiny baby hands. Alright, so I don't have a fancy cleansing spray for you today. I just have clean, potable water, which is more rare than it should be. But it's a good time. We're headed into summer and the hotter months now. It's a good time to stay hydrated. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Alright, the first house is the house of beginnings, and it's governed by Aries, fellow fire sign. So, right off the bat, we're starting out richness, the 10 of stones. Be careful though, because the 10 is an ending. Let's find out some more about that. Maybe it's the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. Let's see. Yeah, the letter. So maybe you're going to be getting news about something. The bouquet. I didn't shuffle these very well. I apologize. I shuffled the other cards very well though. You saw me do it. That's why I don't shuffle off camera, because all it takes is that one slip up. You'll forgive me because I'm also a Leo. And now you will see that I have shuffled them very adequately. No, I'm not done yet. Hold on. Okay, that should be a lot better. We do have the letter here. Let's see how well I shuffled them. Yeah, we've got the stork. So the letter and the stork together, that's definitely news coming in. And the scythe. So the scythe could be about cutting of ties. And I will keep shuffling these cards while I do the reading until there's so few left I can't shuffle them anymore. Alright, the second house, house of possessions, governed by Taurus. Ace of Wands in the east. There's your beginning. Alright, so this could be about now you've got the resources to take off on some creative projects that you've been dying to do. Literally, burning spear. Dying to do these projects. Now maybe you've got time, or maybe you've got resources. Coffin. Alright, so here's your ending. There's an end to something and a new beginning. That's abundantly clear to me. The child. So there could be like an innocence to this. That's still not very well shuffled. Come on, y'all. I have to make sure that you don't get all the same cards. God, Mr. God. Oh my goodness, come on. For real, I'm going to do this for you right now, Leo. Because that's how I feel about shuffling. Look. We'll give it one of those. We'll give it one of these. Can't go that way, we gotta go this way. Alright. I apologize. Hope you don't mind that. I'm hemming it up a bit this morning. Hope that does not bother you. If it does, why are you here? Alright. Let's try this again. So we've got the birds. Birds are kind of like a little birdie told me so. So this could be good advice. It's not really like a gossip energy. It's more like a good advice energy. We've got the cross. So that could be divine intervention coming in. If you are a magician, like some people I know, Maybe you are manifesting things very intensely right now. And the fish, that's money, baby. All right, third house, ruled by Gemini. It's all about communication. It's the Tower reversed. Maybe there was a big blow up in the past in a line of communication and you're kind of recovering from it. It could be in the future, but I'm hoping it's in the past. Let's see. It'll depend what other cards I get. The tree. So it's something that you planted the seed for a long time ago. You've been tending it carefully. Got the stars, which is a good, healthy, and happy energy to have. And the moon. This is all about artistic endeavors. But I also see here, so Lenormand cards. You're not supposed to read them like tarot cards, okay? You're supposed to put them on the table, and you don't look deeply, okay? So you don't look deeply into the symbolism of like this tiny house. Do you see it? Can you see that house on the hillside? Yeah, that's not part of the reading. The moon and the stars. So this is kind of like nighttime in the forest, which is a very tranquil and kind of the opposite of the Tower energy. So I think moving forward, you're going to have a lot more beautiful nights in the forest, the tranquil woods nights. Tranquil woods nights. Tranquil woods nights. Sorry, excuse me. The next house is the fourth house. It's governed by Cancer, and it is the house of home and family. And so we had the Tower in your communication house. We have the Death reversed, Death card reversed in your house of home and family. So this could be something, a big change could be coming in your future, or you could have already gone through a big change. But it's either something that you're preparing for or that you're getting over. It's not quite here in the current state. God, I am slacking on shuffling these cards. Cannot believe how embarrassing this is. Here I was bragging about how these tiny little cards, even I can shuffle them, and I cannot shuffle them. I'm sorry. Very sorry. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Really embarrassed right now. Can't believe this is happening during Leo reading. Oh my god. Can't believe this. This is worse than that time I came to school in my underwear. God. Hello, pendulum. Pendulum, will you tell me if these cards are well shuffled? Okay. Thank you. Would you tell me if they weren't well, if they were poorly shuffled? Is this a deck of normal playing cards? Close, but no cigar. Thank you. Okay. Alright. So, there's faithfulness in the situation. You'll have access to things you've never had access to before. And cunning. That's the fox. The fox and the hound with the key in between. Ooh, that's intriguing. You could write a young adult novel about that. Yeah, I'm getting like some really good vignettes here for you, Leo, in this reading. We've got the moon, the stars, the moonlit night in the forest. We've got the fox and the hound, and they're making off with the key. It's a very exciting time. Yeah, so the fox is about cunning and the dog is about loyalty. But I kind of also get like a partnership feeling from that. So maybe this death card reversed is something that happened, and now because of that, new things are coming into the relationship that weren't there before. They're not necessarily bad. Could be good things. Sometimes you work stuff out because of conflict. But I mean, the fox and the hound, one person very, like, almost too smart for their own good, and then the other person just kind of blindly loyal. That's not a great recipe for success either. The fifth house, ruled by Leo. And this is it's called Eon in this deck. But it's like the Judgment card. It's like the End Times card. It's about the universe and a time when, the time that kind of lasts forever is the time when the earth was in a lot of turmoil. We weren't even here yet. Trial by fire. Possibly. We've got the anchor, so you have a really good solid foundation in whatever your next endeavor is going to be. The garden, this is all about tending your garden. It's about the people you surround yourself with. It's about the food you eat, where you choose to live, how you come into your resources. Anything that you're doing actively to raise your vibration. And the book, which is Secrets. Intrigue deepens. So maybe you're keeping all this new development pretty close to your chest. And I don't blame you. Especially like if you've had like some kind of negative interactions with people in the past. Can be really easy to just shut all those people out. Get them off your Facebook friends list. Unfollow them on Instagram. You don't need that kind of negativity hanging around. Cultivate your garden. Alright, the sixth house is your daily life, your routines, and your health. And it's governed by Virgo, so if you have Virgo in your chart, this could be in reference to that. And we have the Queen of Cups. So this is a nurturing person, a very caring person. It could be you. If you have any water in your chart, it could be somebody that is around you, taking care of you. Someone you see every day. If you're a healthcare worker, this would definitely refer to you. Even if you're a man, like the Queen of Cups energy is kind of feminine, but it's more so like a caring energy. So maybe some of you are healthcare workers out there. We have the lilies, which is all about purity and innocence. And it's also a reminder that just because we live in uncertain times, it's not a great time ever to fall victim to your baser instincts. Make sure you keep that in check, which Queen of Cups is all about that also. We have the coffin, so here's your ending. We've got coffin, we've got lilies, and we've got the sun. We got somebody pushing up daisies. And the sun shining down upon it. So could be an ending to a situation that required more prudence or propriety than it was given. But now that it's ending, everyone can party again. Right, the seventh house, governed by Libra. This is all about your partnerships. It's also about open enemies. And we have the Prince or Knight of Cups here. And the Knight of Cups could easily be a person who is your partner, very much lets their emotions rule things, which could be good, but it can also be very messy. So could be a partner, could be an open enemy. Partners to open enemies, to business partners, to friends, to lovers, right? And maybe they're a water sign. Who knows? The bear. This is all about a powerful person. So powerful, in fact, that they could be dangerous. We've got the clouds. It means there's trouble ahead. And we've got the tower. So the clouds can obscure the height of the tower. Oh, this is crazy. So the tower is all about control, right? But because the clouds came down between the tower and the bear, if you were in the top of the tower, you wouldn't be able to see the bear because of the fog. All right, the 8th house. The 8th house is death, sex, and other people's resources. And here we have the 8 of stones, 8 of pentacles. It's called knowledge, and it's about a career that you're very entrenched in. So something where you've got probably like between 5 and 10 years of experience, possibly more. And it's over here in the house of other people's resources. So this could be about a job that you held, and it was like you working for other people. And so therefore they still kind of had control of these other two pentacles. And actually one of these isn't a stone at all, it's a bubble that's going to burst, and then you're going to be left with the Seven of Pentacles, which is job dissatisfaction all day, every day. Running out of cards. They're not going to be very well shuffled. Oh God, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed. Oh God. Alright, I didn't pick up any of those cards. We have the Rider, so you got some news coming in, some good news. The Whip, discipline. And the House. And I know a lot of people in my generation have the long-term dream of eventually buying their own home. So maybe this is news coming in that somebody has seen your discipline at work and they are getting ready to aid you in some way toward what will eventually be home ownership. Or it could be, I got news for you, honey. It takes a lot of discipline for you to buy a house. You can't just have a normal job and get a house just like that. What do you think this is, America? Getting a little too spicy. It's because I put my spicy boy shirt on. I got so many spicy boys on this shirt. All from the desert. Alright, the 9th house. Travel and higher education. Anything that you're doing to elevate your vibration. And here we have the King of Wands. And he's in the reverse. So I think that as far as the concept of elevating oneself is concerned, that's something that you are very much working towards, and maybe you're not there yet. Maybe you have all these great ideas for places that you'd like to travel. You can't go there right now. Maybe you'd like to go back to school. Or maybe you're trying to do online classes right now and it's difficult for you to stay focused. Because King of Wands reversed. It's not that you can't do these things, it's that you're like lacking focus and direction. But we have the Clover, that's luck. We have the Heart. And we have the Lady. So it looks like you've got a lot of resources here at your disposal. Whether this lady is a lady love that brings you luck. You're a lucky lady love. That's how you're supposed to read Lenormand. Alright. The 10th house. 10th house is it's what you all came here for, isn't it? The house of career. and it's governed by Capricorn. My dad's a Capricorn. His birthday is Inauguration Day. Oh, well, this card says failure, but it's the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is not about failure. I don't know why anyone would write that card on a tarot. Anyone would write that on a tarot card. It's kind of like, I don't know, writing death on a tarot card. But so actually what this Eight of Cups represents is that you are walking away from something, and this could be entirely of your own volition. So that's not a failure on your part, that's a failure on their part to keep you engaged. Oh my god, it's getting so hard to shuffle these cards. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is like that time. This is like that time I fell off the bar stool. Christmas. Oh my god, this is worse. This is worse than when I was drinking regularly. I'm so embarrassed. God. Okay. The snake. There was treachery. Whatever that situation was, there was treachery there. The ship is about moving on. And the crossroads. And now you have a decision to make regarding your career. You could go in a completely different direction, which is exactly what I see you doing over here. The 11th house is governed by your fellow fixed sign, Aquarius. Aquarius is kind of like your opposite flip-flop sign. And it's all about your psychic states and your psychological states. Anything going on between your ears, right? We have the Seven of Swords reversed. And this is uselessness. You know, I really like this deck, but I don't use it very often. And I have the same problem with this deck that I have with the Voyager deck, which is a really cool collage deck. I will show you my Voyager deck when I do a video about manifestation meditation using the tarot. But enough about that. Some of the things that are written on these cards is not very helpful. The Seven of Swords, for example. This is about backbiting, betrayal. It's about people, you know, being underhanded with you. And it's in the reverse, and it's in your 11th house. I think you're getting wise to the people around you who don't need to be there, who don't deserve to bask in your glow. They don't deserve to bask in your glow. It's time to cut them out. That sounds worse than it is. You can just unfriend them on Facebook. And yeah, as a matter of fact, this card is all about the mice coming in to sneak little nibbles off the banquet. They're not going to eat the whole banquet. But when you pick up a piece of food and it's got all these little, like, mouse teeth marks in it, it's much less appetizing. We've got the ring. So this is about strong partnerships. You do have strong allies. And they deserve, you know, a higher position in your life than just some person who doesn't care about you. And the mountain, which is obstacles that are going to have to be overcome. Because, you know, if you're not nice to everybody, people are gonna take that some kind of way too. But guess what? You're almost 40 years old and it's too late to be nice. You picked it. You already picked it. I'm not projecting. I'm just saying you're a Leo. You should stick to your strengths. Alright, this is the last card. It's the card of endings. And it's governed by Pisces. Now, I do have some good friends who are Pisces. But a mutable water sign is also kind of the opposite of a fixed fire sign. So sometimes it's an energy that I don't understand very well. And we have in this position the Four of Cups, and it's reversed. And it's called Mixed Happiness here on this card, which I guess is kind of appropriate. The Four of Cups is about having a certain number of options already available to you, but you're not like totally crazy about any of them. You're waiting for something better to come along, maybe. You're waiting for the phantasmagorical ecstasy of the Seven of Cups, perhaps. And it's in the reverse, and it's in the ending position. So it's possible that you're going to have options opening up to you, but it's not going to be until May is over. And here we have the Child. So, you know, maybe go into it with a little bit of innocence. The Gentleman. And the Bouquet. The bouquet could be an offering of love. It could be a flirtation. It could be a gift. Gross. I don't think gentlemen should be gifting bouquets to children. Yikes. That's enough of this reading. Oh my goodness, what a crazy ride. Thank you for joining me, Leo, for your May 2020 ASMR, as subjectively as it can be, tarot reading. I will be doing mid-month readings starting in May, but I won't be reading cards. I'm going to be crystal scrying, so there's going to be lots of crystal tapping in those videos, and it's going to be just more like direct channeling, so the messages that come through are going to be way less general. It's probably going to be like, it either resonates with you or you just think it's fun to watch me close my eyes and let them roll back in my head. Oh my god, what an embarrassing reading. I'm so freaking embarrassed. Oh my god, the camera's still rolling. I didn't turn the camera off. Oh my god. Leave this. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed right now. Now I have to turn the camera off. I didn't leave myself a good place to edit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you, Leo. Have a great month.